So even right here in good old Connecticut, you have a long way to go. Many of our schools are completely segregated. I live in a community where the school is 98% African American, because I don't think you get any more segregated than that. 2 minutes up the street, the high school up the street. Next town over, Simsbury, it's the other way around, 98%. So 5 minutes, the schools are probably 10 minutes away from each other, completely segregated. Okay, so this is where we live and how we live right now. You saw, okay, these young people, they were what, 15, 16, 17 years old, and they made a difference. So again, the theme of this program is to get all of us to understand that even our young people can have a tremendous impact on change. We have a lot of work to do, as you can see. Famous painting you see here by Norman Rockwell, after he was moved by Ruby Bridges and what she had to endure, he painted one of his most famous paintings. And just wanted to have that as a lead-in to our next presenters, Alexis and Gabby, are going to come up and talk about Ruby Bridges right around the same time as Little Rock 9. So you're going to hear a little bit about her story. We'll watch a quick video about her. And again, she was about the same age Gabby is now. So just think about that as you hear and see what she had to deal with. So Alexis and Gabby can make their way up. And let us know about Ruby Bridges. You go first, and then Gabby go next.
Ruby was born September 8, 1954 in Tylertown, Mississippi. Like any other African-American family during this decade, Ruby and her family were looked down upon. When Ruby was about 4 years old, her family moved from Tylertown to New Orleans. This is where the judge ordered Ruby to attend France Elementary School for whites. She was the first black child to walk into France Elementary School. The day Ruby had to go to school, she was escorted by federal marshals. In doing so, an angry crowd of white parents were outside the school doors chanting 2, 4, 6, 8, we don't want to integrate. When Ruby finally stepped into the school at the age of 6, it was almost empty. Some of the white parents took their children out of school because they didn't want their children to have to deal with a little black child. White parents thought that black or any other race shouldn't be treated as equals. Some white people threatened to poison Ruby and hurt her and her family if she went to school there. Her dad lost his job because his boss didn't think that someone should be working for him if his child was going to an all-white school. Ruby and her mom had stayed in the office the entire day of school. Unlike most of the white parents, some still took their kids to school, and it didn't matter to them who was there. On the first day of school, Ruby, her mom, and her teacher, Mrs. Henry, sat in the classroom. Now no white parents would allow their children to be even in the same classroom as Ruby. When Mrs. Henry started to teach and was very loving towards Ruby, she supported and helped Ruby through her difficult conflict Ruby was facing. On the third day of school, Ruby's mother didn't want to go in the school with her. For the rest of the year, Ruby was the only one in her class, and she was also taught on a different floor than the other kids. At first, this whole incident didn't bother Ruby, but after a while of being alone, she started to wonder why she couldn't be with other children.
Ruby's family suffered a great deal because of her attending France Elementary School for whites. Her father lost his job, her grandparents lost their place as tenant farmers, and her family was threatened. The Bridges gathered together to support each other, and family and friends would come to their house in the morning and help she inspired the 1966 painting by Norman Rockwell called The Problem We All Live With. In a children's book, The Ruby Bridges Story by Robert Bloch. By now, nobody can deny that Ruby Bridges was a hero. Her bravery inspired kids everywhere, white or black. She taught them that everyone should be treated equal. Thank you.
All right. Okay.